Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start with the module 3, that is energy systems and solar energy. And in energy systems, we are going to study about chemical fuels and fuel cells. So now I will start with the chemical fuels. First, we will see the definition of chemical fuels. Chemical fuels are combustible substances containing carbon as the main constituent, which on burning in presence of air gives large amount of heat. The principal elements invariably present in chemical fuels are carbon and hydrogen. When a chemical fuel undergoes combustion in air, carbon and hydrogen are converted into carbon dioxide and water respectively. Chemical fuels can be used economically for domestic as well as industrial purposes. Some of the common examples of fuels are wood, charcoal, petrol, diesel, natural gas, etc. You can see the picture over here. I have shown you petrol, coal, natural gas and kerosene. Now we are going to study about classification of fuels. Chemical fuels are broadly classified as solids, liquids and gases based on their physical state in which they are used. These are further classified as primary and secondary fuels. A fuel that occurs in nature is called as a primary fuel, while all others which are derived from primary fuels are called secondary fuels. A complete classification of chemical fuels with suitable example is summarized in the table. Physical state, you can see solid, liquid and gas. Primary fuels which are naturally occurring are solid one is wood and coal. Some common example are lignite and bituminous. Here lignite is nothing but a brown coal. It is naturally occurring sedimentary rock formed from naturally compressed peat. And if you see the bituminous, a black coal, it is a relatively soft coal containing a tar-like substance called bitumen. So from where we are going to derive the secondary fuels, common example are charcoal and coke. And now second one is liquid, which is called as a petroleum, a naturally occurring crude oil from which we are going to derive gasoline, diesel, kerosene, etc. And the third one is gas. A naturally gas is the primary fuel which is naturally available, and the secondary fuel are those which are derived from the primary one. They are producer gas, water gas, LPG, biogas, etc. For more information about producer gas, it is a mixture of carbon monoxide, hydrogen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. And for water gas, it is a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Now we are going to deal with an important parameter of fuels is calorific value. It gives useful information about its heating efficiency. The performance of a fuel is expressed in terms of its calorific value, and it is defined as the amount of heat liberated when a unit quantity of mass or a volume of a fuel is burnt completely in air or oxygen. The calorific value is normally expressed in calorie per gram in CGS units, and it is also expressed in joules per kg for solid fuels and joules per cubic meter for gaseous fuels in SI units. The calorific value are mainly of two types. One is called as gross or a higher calorific value, and the second one is called as net or lower calorific value. Gross or higher calorific value is defined as the amount of heat released or liberated when a unit quantity of fuel is burned completely in air, and the combustion products are cooled to room temperature. See here, all fuels invariably contain carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen present in fuels are converted into carbon dioxide and steam respectively on combustion. On cooling the combustion products, steam gets condensed to water and liberates its latent heat. The measured calorific value, that is gross calorific value, includes the latent heat of steam. Therefore, it is always higher than that of net calorific value. The second one is called as net calorific value or lower calorific value, is defined as the amount of heat liberated when a unit mass of a fuel is completely burnt in excess of air or oxygen and the products of combustion are permitted to escape. Net calorific value is also given as gross calorific value minus latent heat of steam. Thank you.